Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about what I learned from Dave Ramsey and what I would do differently next time. Alright, so before we get into this video, make sure you're subscribed down below, make sure you give this video a like, and please leave me a comment as well. Alright, let's get into the video. Alright, so today, obviously from the title and what I just said, we're going to be talking about my Dave Ramsey experience and what I learned and what I would do differently next time. So to start out, what I've learned is that being out of debt is definitely the goal. To have no monthly payments is freaking awesome. So after that, I also learned that I buy a bunch of bullshit. So for me, back before I was doing Dave Ramsey, I had a tanning membership. I would get my eyelashes done twice a month. I would get my nails done. Talk about high maintenance and expensive. So I cut all that out right there. That was $300 a month I was spending just on self-care, but not even like, I don't know, I just felt like that was what I was supposed to be doing. And cut off all that stuff. Obviously you can tell by my nubs, and I mean, I love strip lashes, there's nothing wrong with that. So you're gonna learn, if you do Dave Ramsey, how much shit you actually buy, like aimlessly, like going to Marshall's, going to Home Goods. How much you spend on fast food is going to blow your mind. So that's what I learned from that aspect. I also learned that it is okay to say no to social activities if you cannot afford them. Not everything needs to go on your credit card. So for me, I mean, I've always had to say no to social activities because I've always worked and I love to work. So like, I'm not gonna go to a barbecue when I could go to work and make like $250. Just saying, I'll do it during the week. I don't know. So that part wasn't really that hard for me. That part was normal for me. So that part was what I learned. Now I'll talk about how I did it. So last August, me and Ricky went to his friend's wedding, and during that whole weekend, we were up in San Francisco, which is already expensive, but really beautiful. I used all cash envelopes. I'm pretty sure, like, literally I still have the ones that I used. I used all cash envelopes that weekend, and I didn't use my credit card, and it felt so good. So when I got home, I made a whole game plan of how I was gonna pay off my debt before the end of the year. Now, we got home, it was the end of August, so I had from August to December to pay off $6,000 of just credit card debt. Now, I still have my student loans, but those don't get interest until 6 months after I graduate. So that wasn't really the most important thing on my mind. The most important thing was the credit cards and all the interest that I was getting. So I made all these I didn't make all these. I went to Amazon and I got these cash envelopes, and it's so funny. These are the original ones that I used in 2019. So you make cash envelopes for things that are variable. So if you love to go to coffee, which I do, I have a little coffee envelope. Special events, great when a birthday comes up or a gift that you need. You're like, ah, shit, I don't want to put it on my credit card. Make a little special events folder if something was to pop up, birthday dinner, gift, whatever. Your food. I was doing $100 a week in groceries just for and that was doable. And then also like car payment, your internet, and then I would also make, besides the special events fund, like a Christmas and a Black Friday fund, which I did this year. So, which totally allowed me, given the circumstances of the San Diego lockdown, I was like, oh shit, I have, you know, I want to keep my savings separate from like my little cash envelopes. So I do have a Christmas fund, which saved me this year. So I didn't feel completely, you know, broke. But at the same time, you can take the money out of the Christmas fund and use it for something else if you needed to. So it's good to just have like little cash envelopes just in case. So I highly recommend all those. I use them for everything, and they really make a difference in your budgeting, because once you put money in them, it's kind of like out of your mind versus swiping your credit card or debit card aimlessly, looking at your bill and being like, what the fuck did I spend? Sorry for the language, but you know what I mean. So I will link these down below. I think it was like 10 bucks for like 13 of them or something like that. So those are definitely a game changer in paying off debt. So after that, I would say that you have to stay focused. You have to know that in the back of your mind, not having a credit card payment or whatever you're trying to pay off is the goal. You're gonna have to say no to things. You're going to have to prioritize your future instead of your immediate gratification of something. You're going to practice delayed gratification and all of this stuff. You're gonna have to say no to that, no to this, and not even just like socially getting together, but I really want a new TV. Do you have the money for it? No. Is it a priority? No. So the answer, no. I love it. I always say this to my friends. It's not my budget. Literally, and it's not an excuse. It's literally the reason. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna put it on my credit card. Boom, done. Conversation ended. So that's that part of it. So now I'm going to move in of after January when I paid everything off. This is what went wrong for me. So I paid the $6,000 off. However, I didn't save a lot of money. I paid it all to my debt. So I only had an emergency fund of maybe $800 to $1,000, which Dave Ramsey recommends. However, he didn't know that there was a pandemic coming, neither did I. So when the pandemic hit, I didn't have any debt, but I didn't have any savings, so I was using my credit card. But with the unemployment and the CARES Act, I was able to save a lot of the money. So, you know, that was back in March to like, you know, August, I got to go back to work for a little bit or a separate job, and then I got another job, and now it's back shut down. So I'm glad that from June to August, I have saved almost $8,000 in my savings account, just in case something like right now, December, whatever day it is, we're back in lockdown and I have no job for 3 weeks. So always thinking ahead, put some money in your savings account and have a cushion for emergencies such as a pandemic. So yeah. That is going to conclude what I learned from Dave Ramsey. My do's again, cash envelopes, awesome. Learn how to say no because it can apply to all things in life. If you're a people pleaser like me, you're always, yeah, sure, I'll do it. You gotta learn to say no. And my don'ts, you need to have more than $1,000 in your savings account because, you know, for me personally, my rent is over $1,000. So $1,000 is not going to cover a lot of bills for me, not even one. So that's what I would change differently next time. Yeah, I just wanted to put out this video right now because I know that in the world it is locked down. People are learning to save their money. Please stop swiping your credit card because the interest, I mean, if you need to, emergency, you have to do what you have to do. But we're in such a society that like you need it immediately instead of saving up for it. So that's gonna conclude my video. This is Vlogmas Day 8. I was late yesterday because I had a bunch of tests and stuff, so I couldn't really record a video. So I'm gonna put this on, ooh, shit. All right, it's December 9th. So this is Vlogmas Day 8. I'm gonna put it on this morning and then I'll probably make another video tonight to even it out. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video.